Welcome back, everybody, to Friendsim. We're gonna go actually befriend Izdaja this time, because, you know.
Because we're winners.
Okay, let's see. Where is the... Okay, we're over here. Go... I wish I could just hold it down and it just go, but it doesn't.
Ha ha ha.
I have to click on it again to get off of it, and then I have to... Aha!
Huzzah!
I press start and... No, that didn't work.
That's how you save it.
Select. No. I don't like... B... What did I do? Oh, I found out how to back up.
Cool.
It's the Y button.
How great and cool of you to have figured out all these things, because you are the bestest human ever, and I have max respect for you, and you must wave and say hello.
Yeah, man. Where's the frickin'...
These highlights are not very defined.
Yeah. But anyway, say hello. Okay, so it's not doing it now, right?
Right.
Okay.
And you'll be the best lucky ever.
Yeah, man. Just...
Vegeta!
The title might not be much, but it doesn't mean you can't excel at it. You tell him that you accept his offer.
Excellent.
do that again.
Excellent.
I keep laughing over your excellent, sorry.
Excellent. Oh, so excellent.
It's just like that's like remember whenever this tick lady, I was just like it's like that but now we have both the anime laughs now. Anyway.
By the way, I'm Izdaja Neelax. Nelex?
I think it's Neelax? I've been pronouncing it Neelax.
I'm Izdaja Neelax. But you must have known that already.
Yeah, totally. Sure, let's go with that. You're not sure why you would. Maybe some kind of big shot? Dude! Connell told you that Izdaja was her friggin' mate spirit. How can you forget something so important, man?
I don't remember that conversation either, so whatever.
Blech. Come to think of it, aha! The name does ring a bell. You've heard it before when you were in the middle of infiltrating a bandit hideout with a mercenary. Connell.
You met my mate, Sprit. You must have gotten on her good side, or you wouldn't be standing here talking to me. Because you'd be minced into the ground finer than grub paste.
Yeah, she does give that impression. He's grinning like he's really proud and fond about Connell being the sort of girl who'd make mincemeat out of someone as soon as speak to them. But he wasn't talking about her literally murdering you. You might, if he wasn't talking about her literally murdering you, you might find this reaction endearing. Oh, hang on. If he already has a partner, why isn't she here? Izdaja's expression sours abruptly.
My partner isn't here because she doesn't make our agreed-upon rendezvous time. Didn't make our agreed-upon rendezvous time.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're one to talk. Because you... Wait, no, she didn't invite you. I think? I don't remember. You weren't there whenever... We could have used you, man. Stupid shithead. He says the word partner in an overdone, exasperated huff, as if he thinks she might be listening from behind a boulder somewhere and can somehow shame her into appearing.
I mean, I didn't say it like that, but you should have told me that's what he was going to say it like.
Okay, that doesn't back up, that's just...
Hey, let's look at the pretty artworks, yay!
It's so beautiful! Anyway, you remember what Polypus said about mercenary duos often being quadranted pairs, i.e. romantically involved. Does his girlfriend stand him up? Did his girlfriend stand him up? Yikes. Maybe it's better that you haven't been promoted to partner status if it meant getting involved in another couple spat. You've had quite enough of that already. You hope they aren't fighting. Izdaja glares at you.
The exact nature of our quadrant is none of your business, frankly.
Did the main character say that out loud, or...?
Main character says everything he's thinking out loud, actually. Clearly.
Now, come on! We're wasting time!
I really like how you did that one.
Yeah.
Just a line. All this is very anime.
Yeah.
It's very amusing.
Except for the music.
Well, yeah, that's very video gaming. Yeah. Anyway. He steps off the edge of the plateau, descending in a crackle of energy and floating you into the canyon along with him. It's a terrifying ride, but the view it affords is pretty amazing. Soon you reach the bottom. You know what's funny?
What's that?
Like, not only is he like a Dragon Ball reference and friggin' Yu-Gi-Oh reference, everybody says that this, like, well, not everybody, but I saw a post that was talking about like this hair thing being like, yeah, obviously Danganronpa, I think.
Gurren Lagann?
Maybe? I don't know.
Danganronpa. I think Danganronpa. I only saw like the very last episode of Gurren Lagann.
I don't know what either of these are.
I'm pretty sure Danganronpa is Gurren Lagann. It has a long-ass title.
Oh, gotcha. All I know is anime. I thought it was a game, but anime game or anime...
I hope I'm
game?
very
I don't
wrong.
know.
I hope I'm so wrong. I hope somebody's like, no, you fuck, no.
But not only that, but like, okay, his, okay, during Troll Call, there were like these silhouetted pictures and we didn't know what they looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very upset when Gallic didn't turn out to be like a Christmas troll, because I'm like, he has like freaking, what are they, Christmas tree horns. But anyway, but like as Daja, his like silhouette thing, everybody's like, well, obviously he's gonna be like friggin' JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing, and I'm like, I wouldn't know because I don't have context, but point is, he is absorbently anime.
Yeah, absorbently.
I think the word you're looking for is exorbitantly.
Okay, sure, why not?
Because it is.
Okay. Anyway, did I already read that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No, but yes.
I'm gonna read it anyway.
Point is, everything eventually goes back to JoJo when it comes to anime, Ashley.
Really?
Everything. Always.
Really?
Inevitably.
Why?
It's just the rule of how anime functions.
I would have assumed it went back to like Astro Boy or something, because that was like the original or whatever.
No.
Huh.
I mean, yes, but no.
Anywho, he steps off the edge of the plateau, descending in a crackle of energy and floating you into the canyon along with him. It's a terrifying ride, but the view it affords is pretty amazing. Soon you reach the bottom.
We should keep going.
Where are we going?
There's someone else in this valley. We'll get the drop on them if we move fast.
Do I... I like that pose, man.
It's very JoJo.
Is it?
Weird Greco-Roman poses is a JoJo thing.
Really?
Yeah, JoJo was influenced by a lot of different stuff from around the world, okay?
Yeah?
And just... The weird-ass anime posing kind of... I don't think it started with JoJo, but in a way it did. And he took... The guy who drew JoJo took inspiration from Greek sculptures and junk.
Huh. First of all, I love his hair. Second of all, I am still just amused by there's like no noses in any of these. Like, other people are bothered by that, but they're aliens. I like that, man. Even from the side view, he has no fucking nose.
I mean, he has the anime facial side view thing. With the implied nose.
That is not a nose. That's like some kind of weird...
It's a thing you see in anime all the time. Where it's like just their mouth and nose and chin area is all morphed into one single thing that stretches out forward from the face.
No. That is not... It doesn't go forward enough to be a nose, man. It's like not pointy enough. It's more like a how cheeks are drawn. Don't you hand gesture at me. Don't you try to rush me along. Don't you be like, hurry up already. He grins confidently. I hurt myself that time. Ow! Fuck you, man.
I have room to block and dodge and counter.
Alright, so actually getting on with it, bleh. He grins confidently, his coat flapping behind him. There isn't any wind down here, though. Is he flapping his own coat with his sigh for dramatic effect?
First blood to Nilax.
What? What are you talking about? Did you kill somebody? Did you kill somebody while I wasn't paying attention? You blink. Tentatively, you repeat, blood?
Yes, blood.
Okay. He says it in the same way he enunciated the name of this competition earlier. Like it should have been painfully obvious.
Like I told you, our aim is to take out our opposition.
Are we killing people?
Swiftly and painfully.
If it's swift, is it really painful?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it works that way.
It can work that way if you believe in the heart of the pain. To win, we have to be the last team standing in this entire canyon.
This isn't gonna go well.
Weren't you listening when I explained earlier?
God damn it. You've been proceeding under the assumption that this was some kind of elaborate competitive LARP. Like solve some puzzles, get out of the giant canyon before the other guy type of deal. Yeah, this is the troll version of LARPing, where people die. Vicious, horrible deaths. Perhaps arm wrestle your competitors into submission if you run into them, but no, this game involves actual violence. You probably shouldn't be surprised. You've been on Alternia long enough now to discern that, boy, trolls sure do love killing. You've made friends with plenty of trolls who have less bloodthirsty hobbies, though. You ask him whether he's ever considered getting into excessive bodily force poetry or streaming sick beats.
Please. You're kidding, right?
Nah.
Now is no time for joking around.
Now is the perfect time for joking around.
Don't tell me you're already getting frosty strut pods.
Is that feet? Is that troll word for feet?
Yes, cold feet, man.
I can't work with someone with such a flimsy sense of conviction.
You reassure him that, no, of course not. Your strut pods are as toasty as all heck, but he's no longer paying attention to you. His scouter glints.
There.
He flashes past you before you can blink, riding the waves of his side to a collection of rocks sitting behind you.
Target acquired.
Is this the rock that exploded randomly and that made him think that we were powerful and then he tried to kill us?
Nice try, thinking you could outsmart me by laying in wait and launching an ambush. Cowardly move, and sloppy. Very sloppy.
Who are you talking to?
Now prepare to get owned. Resistance is oh fuck.
Abruptly as Dodge freezes. You hesitate, unsure as to what sort of threat you're dealing with here, but then a troll girl with a cerulean blue symbol on her shirt pops up from behind the rocks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's getting mind controlled, isn't he? She giggles menacingly, making his Daja turn towards you. I don't like where this is going.
Don't worry, his girlfriend will show up and beat the shit out of him. That'll solve everything. Anime style.
His expression is blank, his nifty brain power is now under your competitor's control. To echo his Daja's sentiment, oh fuck. You need to do something, fast. You have the harebrained thought that maybe you can grab his Daja and physically wrest him from under her control. You launch yourself towards them in a mad dash, attempting to call out a chilling battle cry, but it comes out more as a pathetically broken yell. That looks painful. The girl laughs again. As Daja's eyes flash brighter than you'd seen. As Daja's eyes flash brighter than you'd seen so far, almost blinding. Oh hell, those are straight up eye lasers, aren't they? And they're really powerful. Holy shit! You've met some strong trolls, but this kind of power is something else. If Daja was a character in a video game and you were to assign him a quantifiable number to measure his power, some kind of level, perhaps that number would be, well, it would be very high, is all you're saying. Yeesh. As Daja's lasers shoot at a point above you, scoring a deep gash in the rock and sending rubble toppling downwards. You reach out, grabbing at Daja's coat. You have to get out of here. The girl doesn't stop you, merely leaping out of the way of the certain doom that's hurtling rapidly towards you. You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, some last-ditch hope at not getting squashed as flat as a grub cake, you race towards it. Oh, hey. That cave thing. But whatever this is, it kind of makes me think of a beetle.
Yes.
Your first thought when you next open your eyes is that death has finally come to tenderly cradle you in its sweet, loving embrace. But you quickly realize that you're in a cave, not the afterlife, and the reason you can even see anything right now is because the area around you is brightened by the light coming from Azdaja's scouter. Then why isn't it like some kind of bluish color? Through sheer dumb luck, you must have run towards the single safe spot in the entire ravine. This hole in the ground. It's as if this hole was sitting here, carved out of rock, waiting to be your escape route. You might even say this hole was made for you. Shall we?
Huh? Huh?
Isn't that like a reference to, like, what was it, Akira?
I'm sorry, what?
The thing with the guy, I don't know if it was Akira or something else. The thing where there's a guy and it's the hole in the wall is shaped like, and it's also like Steven Universe also references it, because purple amethyst?
Okay.
Anime reference.
Like, I'm not seeing the anime, though. What anime involved a hole?
Okay, there's these cliff faces.
Okay.
And there's these people-shaped holes.
Uh-huh.
And then there's this random guy. I haven't actually seen the scene, I don't think. I've just seen it referenced all over the place. And the guy climbs in the hole. And he's like, "This hole was made for me!" Or whatever. "I came out of this hole!" Or something like that.
That's not Akira.
Okay, then... That one with the... That's an anime, though, isn't it?
I don't know.
That's a reference to a specific thing, and I know it because it's some kind of meme thing. I mean, it's not really a meme. That's not the right word, but... How can he not be getting what I'm talking about?
I can picture it in Steven Universe. I just don't... I don't know what anime you're talking about, bro.
You don't know what that reference is?
No, never heard of it.
Did you not know that Steven Universe was referencing it?
No.
During the scene whenever, what is the name of the stupid purple rock chick?
Not telling you.
Why?
Because you don't know it. It's making you mad.
You don't like it when I'm mad!
True. But I like...
You get mad at me for getting mad!
Yes.
So tell me what her fucking name is!
Well, if you're gonna squeal out into the night like that, her name might be Garnet.
No, it's not!
Her name might be Quartzy.
No, it's not.
Her name might be Beryl.
I hate you!
It might be...
Amethyst! It's Amethyst! The fucking scene where she just stands all creepy in front of the hole and just slides backwards. It's a reference to a fucking anime that I don't know the name of, but I was certain it was Akira.
Well, good, because I've never seen or heard such a thing. Except in Steven Universe. That's the only place I've ever seen that.
Point is, this is a reference to an anime, because this whole thing is extremely fucking anime, and I fucking hate you. Ugh.
I'm sorry you hate Princess Amethyst in Gym World.
Shut the fuck up!
Which is a completely separate thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now shut the fuck up and read a stupid fucking line.
Fuck!
You wince, covering your ears. Could he keep it down, maybe? The nerves are a little shot from almost dying for the upteenth time this week.
No, I will not keep it down! Curses, I can't believe this!
Why not?
Who does that blue blood think she is? Does she realize who she just messed with?
Probably. Also, I still hate you, but I fucking love this acting, man. You're very good at the anime acting.
Why, thank you.
Wow, he looks really mad. Instinctively, you reach out to execute that slow face pat that trolls seem to find so soothing, but he slaps your hand away.
What do you think you're doing? I already told you I have a moirel.
No, you said you had a mate spirit. Wait. Are you guys like... how do you pronounce that word? facilitating. Are you guys flipping back and forth between the flush and the pail?
Do you feel all the quadrants with each other?
You stammer out an apology. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Plus, you thought Connell was his mate spirit. He seems to realize what he just said. A hint of yellow touches his cheeks, just barely visible in the light. Ah, you're blushing again.
That's what I said. I already have a mate spirit.
Mate spirits don't shush-pap each other, stupid. You're pretty sure you heard him right the first time, and you're also pretty sure that those two different sorts of relationships, but you let the subject drop. No need to rifle up your new friend more than he already is.
Ryle.
Shut up. Your shush pep might have been rejected, but the attempt seems to snap him out of whatever pissed off funk he's gotten himself into.
Let's get out of here.
He follows the path of the cave. Can't he just blast you both out?
Don't be stupid. If I did that, it would cause a cave-in. Are you that eager to get crushed?
No, not really. Good point.
You're acting like Connell. Just like Connell. So ready to rush in without a game plan.
If he means this is an insult, its effect is kind of lost. He sounds more wistful than irritated. You walk in silence for a while. As you make your way further into the cave, you realize that the walls aren't blank like you previously thought, but covered in complicated carvings. Cave troll art, you wonder?
I know what you're thinking. That life as a prince among the trolls must be an enviable one.
That's not what I'm thinking, but okay. You snap to attention. Yes, of course. You were definitely thinking about him and his life story just then.
I don't expect someone like you to understand.
Sorry, are you literally considered a prince, or is this just like I fucking declared myself prince one day sort of thing? Because, Goldbloods aren't technically usually... Goldbloods aren't royalty.
You're obviously a completely average person who will live out their life in perfect mediocrity.
You know I'm an alien, right? What the fuck are you talking about?
But not me. You don't know what it's like to be born so gifted.
Okay. Completely average, that's you, alright? You try your best to be sympathetic. Having rad powers must make things really hard.
What? No way, it's fucking awesome! But as you've clearly seen, it can attract unwanted attention from pathetic individuals who aren't nearly as talented themselves. Who are desperate to have some unbeatable psionics in their corner. To be honest, the Empire is no different, and it's not like the rebels are much better. Connell and I don't really care one way or the other.
What? Okay, that explains why you wanted to fight. Why am I so bad with names?
Fork. That's their name.
I will kill you.
But I found a fork.
Stop talking. Right now. Polypa! Damn it! Read! Fucking... Why do you mess with me?
For shits and giggles. I believe that's the scientific term.
Anyways.
So much.
We're just here to go off chumps and get money. We look out for ourselves first and foremost.
Huh.
But eventually we'll be sent off planet to do the bidding of the Empress, just like everyone else.
Okay, you can see why having no say in the matter kind of sucks. But isn't there opportunity to do cool shit in space, too? As Daj's face draws up in a wry expression.
Yeah, with someone else calling all the shots.
You keep walking. After what feels like hours, his scouter flashes again.
We're here.
Oh. He lets the wall have it with his eye lasers. With a resounding roar, it crumbles away. Aside from the spot he destroyed, the rest of the cave is intact. Moonlight spills into the space through the impromptu exit.
It's over.
Aw.
We were stuck down there for so long that the game has ended.
Aw.
Meaning...
You lost? Your heart sinks. This was a disaster. He's definitely not going to want to be your friend after losing this competition he's so invested in.
But you're the last ones here.
We're the last team standing, which makes us the winners.
Okay. That works. I think I talked over your head.
I knew it. That blue blood loser might have had a stroke of good luck, but she was no match for someone of my station.
You just fluked out. What?
My victory was a foregone conclusion from the start.
Okay.
Bringing you along was an excellent idea.
I don't. Okay.
Your recklessness really came in handy back there.
You're the one who randomly jumped over a rock. He's thanking you, you realize? Or something close to it. Modestly, you assure him that it was no problem.
A prince knows when to give credit where credit is due. Celebration is in order, I think.
Oh, cool. We're gonna go have a party?
Once we collect our prize.
What is the prize? There's a prize?
Fuck yes. Duel Strifers offers an impressive cash reward to whoever wins.
Cool.
You'll get a cut as well, of course.
Oh shit, we actually have money for once. Whoa, money! This will be the first time you've laid your hands on the stuff since you crash landed. Maybe you'll be able to finally purchase a warm meal or clothing that isn't from somebody else's closet. More important than money, though, is that you've proven you aren't a complete fuck-up. You've earned his Dodge's trust and also his friendship.
But he never said you were friends.
Man,
Is that the money sign, or?
Yeah.
Cool.
Even the victory, the V in the victory has the money symbol, and just, this panel right here, like normally it's like really cartoony.
Yeah.
Just something about his face, man. It's like even this one feels like anime.
I mean, he's got anime expression going on.
Like the way the eyes are drawn too.
Yeah.
It's kind of anime looking.
Yeah.
He just fucking radiates anime.
Yes.
Fucking swear.
He's radioactive.
Oh, dang! That episode was actually kind of short.
Well, not really, because you had that other part that was separate.
Oh, that's right. Right.
For specific editing purposes that I won't talk about.
Yeah, because I got violently angry at him, and we stopped the recording.
Yeah. I can't imagine why. I mean, I never do anything to make you mad.
You antagonize me constantly.
I mean, that's what you hired me for.
Shut up. That is besides the point.
Ah, yes, this was a fun time we had here tonight, sister dear. Quite.
Oh, yeah. And next we're gonna fucking
Play artsy fartsy McSnartsy.
again. I mean, not again because it's a different route. I assume it's a different.
It's someone.
I don't.
Place your bets. Is it someone in disguise, or is that a fake out and it really is her again? Bum 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 bum.
I don't get why main character guy would want to go back to her. Does she just randomly show up at your house like, hey, I need more paints? Were you stupid enough to tell her where you live? Whatever. Anyway.
Maybe you're trying to get her phone number now that you have a phone.
Well, yeah.
You probably just bump into each other.
I want a Friendsim that's literally just. It's just like, hey, you can call all your friends. See what they say if you call them. And I just fucking spam all the numbers. Like, there's no like friendship routes. It's just, it's like that thing in Undertale when you just randomly call people.
Yeah. This guy.
Yeah.
He would say, "God damn it, Miss Paint Reader, whatever the fuck your name is. God damn it, Nappa, Mokuba, Kaiba, Yugi, Yogi Bear." Continuing to name characters.
Hey, let us know in the comments below if you have like a word, words you want him to read off in anime voice.
Or like Yogi Bear. That was the first voice I ever learned, eh?
Or really
Eh?
just either one of us in whatever voice, just.
Do you want us to read words? We can read words, like people do.
No, like you know, like there's like channels sometimes that just randomly, they're like, hey, we do voices, and they just randomly read off shit from the comments. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, that.
that.
I would be down. Would you be down?
Dude, I'm just your little lackey. For these videos. I do whatever you want.
No, you don't. Fuck you. Anyway.
Victory has been taken by me. From you.
This ending just... We keep doing the thing where the endings go on way too damn long.
It is the ending that does not end. Yes, it goes on and on.
Goodbye,
my
everybody.
friend. Somebody started in